A disabled vehicle, eastbound Cap City Freeway at Fulton Avenue. Also a hit-and-run crash, Elk Grove Florin Road at Gerber. An accident, Riley Road at Dillard. And northbound 99. A crash at 12th Avenue. Traffic brought to you by Zero Res Sacramento. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $139. Schedule it today at ZeroResSacramento.com. 721 to the phone now. Here is Dan in Sonoma. Hello, Dan.
Hey, Sean, I did call Tom McClintocks' offices. He's got 3 numbers if you look it up. One's in Washington. There are 2 in your area. One's in Modesto, and the other is, I think, somewhere else. Yeah, well, he covers. He's probably part of his district, obviously. The Washington office I got through, but the lines were not jammed, but they couldn't pick up, and they just leave a message, which I did. I was very respectful. The other one in the Sacramento area was just the lines are jammed, and you couldn't leave a message because the messages are full. But I did get through to the one in Modesto, and I spoke to a gentleman who was a representative, and I just, when you do these sort of things, don't yell at them. Because they're just, they've got to answer the phone, so that's got to be. And if it's a rough time for them, just be polite, but be very direct, which I was. So that tells me that's good. McClintock has really ticked off a lot of people. So we'll see where his. Again, I'm still hoping he loses. I hope Tom McClintock loses in November. He needs to be replaced. It's long overdue. And again, this is something you guys can do. Excuse me, because you're in that area and I'm not.
Nobody good is running, though, Dan. The only people running are worse than him. Including
McClintock. I'm putting him in that category. This is not the only thing that he's done, as I listed yesterday. It's funny how the left panics when they knew they were in trouble, and they start acting stupid. And what is it that the Democrats don't want us to hear from Putin? And they're terrified of this Tucker Carlson interview. So, I guess it drops tonight, and I'll get some of the sound bites. It's hard to find Tucker Carlson anywhere these days since he was fired from Fox. But what's probably going to happen is after certain things are revealed, the media and Democrats will go into this major spin mode, to spin and denounce Putin, whatever. But obviously there's another side to this that they don't want us to hear. They're forking. They couldn't wait to fork over, more billions of dollars of our tax money to that failed cause. And I want to see why.
I'm afraid we won't see why.
Not directly. I think we'd have to, extract certain things from this interview, whatever it is. And excuse me, I'm no fan of Putin like everybody else, but still, there's probably things that will be revealed. And that's, again, the left is terrified of any truth coming out of this whole thing.
Well, it's hard to believe that Vladimir is going to tell the truth.
No, and he's a very crafty individual, but we'll see what comes out of this. I mentioned yesterday that I found it very interesting that Ronna McDaniel, from who's still the chairman of the Republican National Committee, is stepping down during a presidential election. I have never heard that before, and I've been following politics, sadly, about 50 years. That's never happened, and I'm wondering if one of the clues is, Nikki Haley, who lost a primary yesterday in Nevada, and there was no one else on there other than her, and she still loses this. And she lost by a sound margin. I guess there was a group wanted to get a none of the above candidates category open. Yeah. That category won by 60%. She gets 32%.
But if that actually mattered, she still would have won, because none of the above is not a person and therefore can't win. So it would have gone to the next in line, which would have been her. But
that may be true. I don't know how that all works. But again, that's a sign of decay. Things are just rotting, within the Republican Party. Maybe she's bailing because she sees that, the system's crumbling. We'll see what happens with the Supreme Court decision. If they come up with a decision today, this is going to be very pivotal. But again, this is this is a first of its kind for a Republican chair to walk away during the election. And one last thing, Where is our stellar leader? Where is Captain Marvel? Where's Jessica Patterson? The primary is next month. I haven't heard a word from this woman.
I think we need to look to Aquaman.
You know what? Again, you gotta. It's either the Super Friends Aquaman or the Jason Momoa Aquaman. And trust me, as a comic nerd, there's a huge difference.
Wow. Now, see, I didn't know that. I just know Aquaman.
And this is why I've never invited any parties.
I've heard that you might have been invited to a party, Dan, but we'll have to get into that tomorrow, I guess.
You heard that dirty rumor. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Have a great day.
Thanks, bud.
It is 7:27. Sunshine and 52 today.